What's up, guys, and welcome back to the Tom Dark channel. I'm your host, Tom Dark, and today we're going to be talking about everybody's favorite gamer girl, Pokimane. Now, I've made videos about why I don't really like her in the past. Honestly, a lot of it came down to just a personal distaste for her personality, but now she's stuck in some drama that's apparently really causing her to feel the heat right now. So recently, Poki announced that she would be selling some cookies to her audience in collaboration with this company called Mina Snacks. I actually think it's kind of her company. She's like involved with them. If you check their website, you can actually see that she's right on the front page. Her midnight cookies are right there. There she is, biting into one, really enjoying it. Honestly, they should have redone this photo shoot because to me it looks like she isn't actually enjoying it very much. Is that supposed to be a smile? She looks weird right now, man. Poki, were you tired when you did this photo shoot? Were you like hungover? And the big thing everyone was talking about was the fact that the cookies are like $28 for a pack of 4 bags, meaning the average cost per bag is like $7, and then with shipping it's like $4. I actually bought some of these just to try them out, and with shipping I think it was $32.99 or something like that. It is like expensive to buy cookies, there's no doubt about that. Now, a bunch of people apparently were mad about the cost of these overpriced cookies, and I think that's just kind of dumb because realistically, you don't have to buy the cookies. She's under no obligation to make them affordable either. The cookies are expensive because they're Pokimane cookies. If you want cheap or like normal price cookies, go to the grocery store and get Chips Ahoy for like $4. I will never care, ever care that merchandise is overpriced. I mean, it can be something to laugh at, like imagine who would spend $30 on Pokimane cookies, but now you guys don't even have to imagine who would because it's me. It was me the whole time.
I am a simp for Pokimane.
I love her. I want her to notice that I spent $30 of my hard-earned cash on her mid cookies. She didn't respond to my Instagram DM calling her an African gyat, but regardless, there's still time, okay? There's still time. It's not over. So right from the get-go, people were critical of this product, so she responded saying this.
There's been some confusion about the product I launched, and I'm here to set the record straight.
So we have this tweet she posted which says, Pokimane's product is apparently just rebranded Toasty Midnight Mini Cookie, which she sells for 3 times the price. The only difference between the cookies is vitamin D3, $28 versus $9.99 for 400 grams. Scam? Is this a scam? Dun, dun, dun! Now, right off the bat, I would not be surprised if these were just repackaged versions of another thing, but if she was open about that, I wouldn't care. But she defends herself, saying the cookies are her original formula. She designed them herself in collaboration with the company Mina, and while the ingredients list is similar because they're the same kind of cookie, they're not the same thing. So let's see her actual response. We can read this out.
The batch of Mina cookies we're currently shipping were made 3 weeks ago. They're not a dropship product, and we own our own formula. The cookies they're being compared to were also made by our manufacturer, Creation Foods, which specializes in healthy food. The compared cookies had 1 test batch sold before they were retired. Months later, we partnered with Creation Foods and fell in love with the flavor profile of the Midnight Cookie. We then decided to work together to refine and improve the formula, and we're really happy with the final product. While the ingredients list may look similar, they're different in terms of ingredient quality, quantity, and ratios, sourcing, the size and texture of the cookie, and of course the added vitamin D. Refining formulas is a very common practice in the food industry, and around 70 to 80% of the foods you see in grocery stores are white labeled.
So she's basically saying here they did buy the formula of some other cookies and then they like revamped it, they changed it around a little bit to make it a little better, which like I don't really care. Like if she does that and people want to buy the cookie, I don't give a shit.
Response: pricing. Making a healthy and quality snack with real gluten-free ingredients and added vitamins is not a cheap practice. If you've been following me for some time, you know I rarely take sponsorships because I try to be mindful of promoting or endorsing products. I haven't sold merch in years, I cap my donations, and frankly, if I wanted a cash grab, it'd be silly to do that through a startup because they're extremely unlikely to profit in the first few years, and any profits we make goes directly back into creating more quality products. Mina has been a 2-year passion project to create a brand that provides the healthy and yummy snacks that we deserve.
Oh, that we deserve.
If you try the cookies and love them, I'm so grateful and thank you. We're already working on new products and I can't wait to show you all.
The whole healthy thing I'm kind of dubious about because I mean it's a cookie. I don't see how it can be that good for you in any way. It's just like dough and sugar. But she says it's healthy, she says it's good for you. Who am I to argue? I'm just a humble turkey trying to make my way in this world, searching for my my African queen, Poki. Hey Poki, come on the members only podcast. The fans are absolutely begging me every day to have you on. Promise. Pinky. But apparently some people didn't like this explanation. It wasn't enough, so they decided to go to her stream to complain about it, and she decided to respond herself on live stream by saying this.
When people are like, oh my god, $28 for cookies? It's 4 bags. That's $7 a bag. I know math is hard when you're an idiot, but Like, if you're a broke boy, just say so. Anyways.
And people went bananas. So out of touch, it's crazy. Pokimane, when it comes to saying something stupid, if you don't understand the country is in shambles for most people, just say so. What are you talking about? Most people don't have $500 for an unexpected emergency, let alone $30 for some cookies. Guys, Pokimane needs to understand that the country is in shambles. Now, the thing about this clip is, I know she sounds insensitive, condescending, shitty. She's like making fun of her poor viewers, or in this case, she's calling a viewer broke, but I do not care. I literally do not care that she said this at all. Some people will care because she sounds condescending and rude and dismissive, which is all true, but I feel like the criticism should just come down to she's kind of a bitch rather than anything else. I don't really care that the cookies are overpriced, and honestly, if someone else said this, I would probably find it funny. If you guys have seen my Twitter, you know I'll post landlord memes sometimes about how it's based to evict people from their places of residence. Landlords are doing us a great service by converting the homed to the homeless. America is great. America truly is great. Oh, 7, boys. Oh, say, can you see how the poor get poor and the landlords evict the poor people from their homes. Based. Meanwhile, a ton of tweets blow up asking why anyone would ever buy her cookies. They also erroneously claim that she's charging $20 for one bag, which is not the case. It's $28 for 4, which is still overpriced for cookies, but like, they're Pokimane cookies. If you buy them, you're buying them because it's hers, not because it's like a fucking cookie, right? She's not selling them as an affordable snack. They're not. And then this person made a thread trying to like debunk these cookies to see if they're actually an original formula or just copied from this other company, with a ton of people calling it a scam. And guys, I hate to break it to you, but like white labeling products is not a scam. Now, if she did lie about making this formula and it's all the exact same product from some other company, then that is like shitty. She should have been upfront. I think people would have less of an issue if it was more transparent. But in this response tweet that I just showed you, she did say like they got the formula from someone else and tweaked it. So I don't know. I don't really care. The nutrition facts do seem slightly different, so it's not like it's the same exact product. And even if it was, I personally, again, I'm just so apathetic towards this. Like, who cares? You should not care. Companies do this all the time. Every company in the world buys other products and then repackages it because people, in the United States at least, like branding more than the actual products. They just do. That's how things work. And you don't have to buy the Poke cookie either. You don't have to be like me. But then she responded to people who were mad at her clip where she had called her like fan broke or whatever.
While what I said was 100% intended to be a joke, I see why it came off as insensitive and I apologize for that. I also understand the current price of the cookies may be expensive for some, and promise will continue to consider pricing to keep Mina as affordable as possible. I also want to clarify that this was said towards one rude chatter. I did not at all intend it to be a general statement or towards my community.
All of the comments are absolutely dogging on her. Here, this guy said, "This is so scummy, man. She's preying on her stans, wringing them out for every last penny. She's a manipulative liar and once again will pull the women get treated unfairly and sexist cards again, and her sheep fans will eat it up." Okay, this comment, the first half anyway, is really dumb. Like, if people choose to buy her cookies, she's manipulating them? It's scummy? Should I feel bad for them? Like, if you buy a bad product? What is scummy about selling overpriced cookies? You can see the price before you buy them on the buy page. You don't have to buy it. Do the purchasers not hold personal responsibility for what they buy? Like with gambling, right? There's sort of a fallacy there that these people are going to win. The company will sometimes be, you know, fallacious towards people in the audience and be like, "Oh, you could win." And all these streamers like Trainwrecks show them gambling and are like, "Oh, you can win. It's so easy, you know, blah, blah, blah." And then people gamble and it's like not that easy and you lose 1000% of the time, right? But with the cookies, like it's a product you can literally see. Shouldn't there be some personal responsibility for like if you buy a product with a number on it, you know what you're getting? I love energy drinks, which is why I'm proud to be sponsored by the best guys in the game at it, G Fuel. They sent me a bunch of stuff, including 4 of these Dream Demon energy drinks. They sent me 4, and I only have 1 left to show you guys because I drank all the other ones because I like it so much. They taste great, they have 0 calories, and they get me personally wired as hell when I'm editing videos or playing games. I feel electrified. This stuff is like injecting adrenaline straight into your veins with a syringe, except it comes in a can and in tubs, so you don't have to drink it and you won't look like an addict. They have a bunch of these tubs, which are an energy drink as well, but it's just powder that you pour into water and then you can drink it whenever you want. This one right here is called Hype Sauce and it tastes like raspberry lemonade, really good. This one is called Pog Juice for whenever you want to soy face. This one is super cool. It's called Ice Cream, and it's a collaboration with the PlayStation game Twisted Metal, and it has a sour strawberry cotton candy flavor. And they also made sure to send me this one specifically, which is called Clickbait. They were very adamant that I show you guys this one, probably because they've been watching the vids. They know what we're all about. And right now, G Fuel is doing a buy one, get one sale for Black Friday. You can get your hands on 2 fantastic BOGO exclusive flavors. On the first day, Monday, they're introducing Spiced Orange, as well as the Blacklight edition of their classic PewDiePie flavor. The first 5,000 customers who order a Blacklight edition tub will also receive a free G Fuel branded Blacklight keychain while supplies last. Orders over $70 will also include a free glow-in-the-dark shaker, also while supplies last. You guys can get 1 G Fuel energy tub and get a second one for free. And you don't even need a code for that one. There's also an exclusive stainless steel Blacklight shaker cup that launches the first day of buy one, get one free. And G Fuel is always adding new flavors to their site, so get it while supplies last. Do not wait. Very limited quantity. I love G Fuel. You know G Fuel, and you should love it if you don't already. It's good for your soul. It's good for your productivity. Listen, guys, I'm gonna let you in on a little secret. All of the Fortnite Yats will be begging you to share some when they find out that you have G Fuel. So what are you waiting for? Grab a tub, get some energy drinks, and be sure to use code TURKEY at checkout so they know that I sent you. All right, now back to the video. Thanks, guys. And then Pokimane calls the guy a dumbass who lacks reading comprehension and says that he regurgitates incel rhetoric. And that's kind of dumb. There was nothing incel about the reply he left. That's just silly, Poki. You didn't have to say that, bro. Now, this person in the comments called Diddly Donger? Is it, who is this? Anyway, they got ratioed out here by a bunch of retarded people in the replies who are acting like these cookies are tantamount to some kind of crypto rug pull. But I think she was spitting facts, okay? Look at this. The joke only missed because the edgier humor is kind of off-brand for Pokimane. Like if Dr. Disrespect calls everyone broke, no one bats an eye. That's expected from his character. And then this reply says, does Dr. Disrespect sell cookies for 5 times the normal price though? And then she says, you don't have to buy the cookies. Everything's gonna be okay. Yeah, and when grandma gets a call from Rahaj in Nepal, she doesn't have to buy his scam either. And yet tons of people will be scammed every day. A scam is a scam. We don't allow them to exist simply because, well, you don't have to. But this analogy is dumb because Rahaj from Nepal is asking grandma for money in exchange for giving her a ton of money back once he gets out of, you know, whatever Siberian prison he's not actually in. Pokimane is offering cookies for a price you can see up front. Unless the formula is copied and pasted and she did not actually work on these like she said, then that's not a misleading product and nobody's been scammed. It's just called being overpriced, which is what like so many things are. When I go to concerts and I buy a $55 Breaking Benjamin t-shirt, I don't feel scammed. The price is on the shirt. I know what it is. And that's the deal with these cookies too. You're buying them because it's a Pokimane cookie. This is a ridiculous comparison. Now let's assume the formula for these cookies is not literally stolen. It's just a similar cookie because they have similar ingredients and Poki like acquired the rights for this formula and made it into a new thing, right? If you're buying the Pokimane cookies, you're not just paying for the cookies. You're paying for Pokimane. You're paying for the Pokimane part because you like her and you want her to be your Nubian princess. If you want the Costco cookies, go buy them. The same thing happens at the grocery store when you have name brand products and then like generic products. If you want Oreos, you're gonna pay like $1.50 to $2 extra, even though the generic like chocolate cookie with cream wafer whatevers are basically the same thing. It's basically the same product. And this is how products have worked forever. Now, if she had lied about the formula, jump down her throat because then she's just falsely advertising. But until I see that proven, I can't condemn her in full. Based on that tweet, it seems like she kind of acknowledged the fact that, you know, it was another formula that she acquired and changed a little bit. And I personally hate Pokimane, okay? She's extremely obnoxious, but I feel like people are just looking for any reason to call her a bad person. Literally every influencer on YouTube or whatever sells overpriced merch. If you want to buy a shirt, go to Walmart and get your $3 affordable shirt. If you want to buy merch because it's merchandise from a specific brand or person, be prepared to pay $40 on the conservative side. That's how it works. And you can choose not to buy it if you don't want to buy it, if you don't want to spend that money. If you don't have the money, then don't spend it on that merch. Poki doesn't owe it to anyone to lower the price. Take some personal responsibility. I personally am going to be selling shirts in a few months, and they're not going to be $10 because if you put money into a product, you want to make a profit. If people don't want to pay, they don't have to. But to act like Satan is enacting his will through these midnight cookies is kind of silly. She does sound really annoying when she says what she said because she's just Pokimane. She's annoying.
If you want to pay $8 for Twitter Blue for some pixels, that's okay. That's fine. You spend your money how you want. I'll spend mine how I want. And everyone else will spend theirs how they want. That's the beauty.
But ultimately, I kind of don't care about this whole thing at all. So Critical, Penguin Zero, decided to make this video called Pokimane Situation is Horrible, because of course he called it that, where he shit on her and basically said she's like being greedy and that her, you know, shitting on her fans is bad.
So it doesn't really seem like she was doing this as some kind of like side-splitting comedy bit about like broke boy, haha, you know, just kidding. I actually love my fans. She does giggle about it afterwards, but it feels more like condescending. And then she just says, moving on, moving on. Like, it's just a really thing to say. And then she does what a lot of other people do, which I find really weird, which is mentioning Twitter Blue for some reason. Like, Twitter Blue offers this dog shit service for $8. You spend your money on some pixels, whatever. You spend your money how you want, and I'll spend my money how I want. Well, yeah, nobody's forced to purchase your product or anything, but they were having a legitimate discussion on the price just being a little out of their comfort zone for what they'd want to spend on it. Like, it's a discussion her own community was having.
He does make a point that her manager and the team behind her were probably pissing their pants when they saw this.
And then she just, out of nowhere, out of left field, is like, if you're broke, just say so. It's like, what the f***? I have no doubt her manager and her whole team saw this clip and just together took off their hat, stood up, hands on their hips, and they're like, you know what? It was a good try. Hey, we gave it our best whirl. Like, they had to have seen this, and then immediately, like, the office went up in flames.
I mean, imagine, like, this Mina company, you know, the people working with her, and how livid they probably are that she said that on stream and is getting all this because now they're having, like, a very unfortunate product launch. If you actually look up Pokimane cookies, the first 100 links are all, like, YouTube videos and then articles talking about how she's getting in controversy for this. But I kind of disagree with Charlie. Maybe I just come from a different area of the internet. Maybe I have lower standards. I don't know. I don't really care about calling people broke. Pokimane herself just shouldn't have done it because she presents herself as the internet goody two-shoes, and she showed her real self for a moment there. Too hot for TV, Poki. Gotta tone it down. Keep it in the DMs. But then Hassan Piker saw this take, and of course, once again, this dude had to make it all about being a woman and sexism, because why would he not pull that card?
This is the clip that now is going viral and everybody's getting mad. The big mistake here is that she thought that she could be a woman online and then also come across as not super serious in this very important moment.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
He pulled it before even Pokimane could pull it. And then he claims that if Critical made that joke, he would not get in shit, which is just wrong. Of course he would. Critical is like the moral crusader of the internet. He calls people out for saying and doing things like what she did all the time. So of course he would be called out if he made a comment like that, especially after he made this criticism of Pokimane. And then Hassan says that XQC would also not get in shit for that kind of joke, which is also not true because the people just went after him when he posted a picture of his, like, money stacks when they complained about him reacting and soy facing to war footage. Or like when Ethan and him had that whole React drama and they had that debate and they were, like, arguing over text message, and then at one point I think XQC sent him a picture of his watch and was like, my watch is more valuable than your house. Everyone was down that guy's throat. This whole woman narrative does not hold up. If the woman in question was an edgy woman who thought edgy humor was cool and funny and was down to earth and was, like, you know, based like that, then it would be fine. Nobody would really care. But Poki is like a brand-friendly public relations queen, so it's not shocking to me that people were offended by what she said. If that formula is stolen, Poki should just be honest about it, but it seems like she kind of is being honest about the fact they took it from somewhere else. I think cash grabs are fine if people are honest and blatant about it. I literally don't care. Dishonesty is what I personally do not like in the form of a scam, a genuine scam, like a crypto scam or a rug pull. When I sell things on my channels, I'm trying to make money. Everyone who sells things has that in mind. That's the nature of selling. Am I supposed to be mad at that? I'm just not. So I'm not gonna, like, grandstand about that clip because I don't really care. I'm sorry, I can't pretend to care. I can't be the guy who pretends to care. I just can't. Aiden Ross actually had an interesting take about this where he said that Poki deserves the shit she gets because her audience is the kind to be mad at this, and she actively cultivated them, while also, like, saying that people like Aiden Ross should be banned for making jokes.
So this backlash she's getting is 100% her fault. I would never get backlash for this. I swear to God. Y'all would not give a flying f***. It's your fault for setting up a libtard community who cancels everything you do. And it's just like, I could straight up just say in my chat, like, I'm going to slit your fucking throat and hate you and, like, all these things. They're not going to give a f***. I've already put them through so much shit. They've went to a war and at bat for me, and every single time I've been canceled. You can't do that. And then you got your best friend Hiss, the Snake Son, making videos on you. There's no real friends in this industry. You set yourself up for this. You have to pay now. You shouldn't be one to... I remember when I got banned on Twitch, she said that I should be banned for 2 years or some shit. For what? What's that going to teach me? You know, it's just like the cancel culture people are not getting canceled. Because I laugh at this, Pokimane. I don't think you should be canceled for this. For the clip, but I think you should be canceled for this because of who you are, right? What your audience is. Your own audience is canceling you.
And I think Aiden kind of hit the nail on the head here, you know? There's this commentary channel I watched called FXK Nate, and on his second channel, he made a video talking about how if a different person did this, it would be way less extreme. It was a pretty good video if you want to check it out.
But you also have to keep in mind, some creators could absolutely get away with something like this. And that's mainly because it would be like part of their brand to talk shit, you know, like Aiden Ross or Destiny or someone. But Pokimane can't get away with it because it's completely contradictory to her image. It's just a very bad look, and obviously people would start to talk about it. She would eventually respond to criticism of this and say that, you know, her calling her fans broke idiots is just a joke. I don't believe that. It didn't feel like a joke at all to me, and especially like watching the full clip of that instance, it just didn't rub off as a joke at all. Also, real quick, I just want to draw attention to this clip of Asmund Gold defending Pokimane. I just found this hilarious and wanted to share it.
If Logan Paul did this exact same thing, would you defend it? Would I mean, yes and no.
As someone who is not a Pokimane fan and spends his time watching raunchy internet scumbags, I guess I'm poised to be less mad. When those cookies come in, I'll be sure to put them directly up my butt though, and walk around like I'm carrying gold, because that's G shit right there.
It's in the streets.
I will protect them with my life. If you guys like this video, be sure to leave a like. If you disliked it, be sure to leave a dislike. And drop a comment down below letting me know what you guys think about all of this. Do you agree? Do you disagree? How do you feel about Pokimane's controversial cookie launch? Thankfully though, Poki did post her real apology recently, so I thought I should share that with you guys real quick.
Fuck you broke ass niggas complaining about a $7 bag of cookies. I mean, all I can say is get your money up, not your funny up, my nigga. My sim community are already sending me screenshots that they are buying at all the stock at Costco. But y'all broke niggas want to complain about the price of a pack. To all the people on the internet trying to cancel me, you can respectfully go fuck yourself. But you cannot cancel the queen of cancel culture. Remember the last time a nigga messed with me, I really turned that nigga Jidin into a Christian to let y'all know I'm not one to be played with. Lastly, I want to thank Hassan for the professional dick sucking in his 1 hour long video. I wish you niggas could be like that little political dog and eat out of the palm of my hand, like that dumbass nigga.
So flipping zaced. Anyway, see you all tomorrow. And be sure to become a member. For $5 a month, they get the members only podcasts and exclusive videos that only members get. Thanks so much for your support.
No friends, and I'll say